Do you want to live healthily to 100? Do you want to minimize your risk of heart disease? The answer is simple. Do 150 minutes or more of moderate intensity aerobic exercise per week. Run at a conversational pace, what's called Zone 2. Why does it work? This slide explains it all. When moderate intensity aerobic exercise begins, PGC1 alpha activates in your cells. PGC1 alpha, one of the key regulators involved in mitochondrial biogenesis. This starts enhancing the function of your cellular power plants. Markers indicating mitochondrial quantity and function increase significantly. Your ability to use lipids as fuel improves. Metabolic flexibility is acquired, your body's ability to seamlessly switch between fat and glucose. What's the long-term result? Cardiovascular health optimization. And the common trait among people who live past 100? Sustained physical activity habits. This is the relationship demonstrated by multiple intervention studies, physiological studies, and epidemiological research. It's not a hypothesis. It's been repeatedly confirmed in observational studies, and physiology reinforces the mechanisms that make it possible. And this is achievable. 3 50-minute jogs per week. Or split it into 30 minutes 5 times a week. Conversational pace. Comfortable breathlessness. This changes your health span. Today, let me show you the scientific evidence. The first effect of moderate intensity training happens at the cellular level. PGC1 alpha, peroxisome proliferator activated receptor, gamma coactivator 1 alpha. This transcription factor with the long name is one of the key regulators involved in mitochondrial biogenesis. When you keep running at conversational moderate intensity, your muscle cells sense this signal. Energy demand is sustainably elevated. We need more power plants. PGC1 alpha activates and transcription of mitochondrial DNA begins. New mitochondria are born, and existing ones increase in function. With 8 to 12 weeks of endurance training, markers indicating mitochondrial quantity and function, enzyme activity and respiratory capacity, often increase significantly. However, the magnitude of increase varies with individual differences and measurement indicators. In some studies, previously sedentary individuals showed dramatic improvements in mitochondrial function, some cases improved by up to 40%. This means your cells become capable of producing more energy. The foundation of endurance is being built at the cellular level. The second effect of moderate intensity training is that the way you use fuel changes. When you're running at conversational intensity, your body primarily uses lipids as fuel. Not glycogen, but body fat. At this intensity, beta oxidation activates within mitochondria. Fatty acids break down, become acetyl-CoA, and enter the citric acid cycle. By repeatedly using this pathway, your body becomes skilled at using lipids as fuel. Fatty acid transport proteins increase, and lipid utilization efficiency improves. And what's crucial is metabolic flexibility. This is the ability to efficiently switch between using fat and glucose depending on exercise intensity and nutritional status. When you continue moderate intensity training, this ability is acquired. At rest, you use fat. During high-intensity exercise, you use glucose. This switching becomes smooth. Insulin sensitivity also improves markedly. Moderate intensity aerobic exercise has been reported to improve insulin sensitivity, though the magnitude of improvement varies greatly with weight changes, individual differences, and measurement methods. Your metabolism is being optimized. Now, let me show you the latest scientific discovery. One of the most important effects of moderate intensity training, lactate clearance capacity. For years, lactate was considered a, quote, fatigue substance, a waste product. But recent research has overturned that perception. Research by Dr. Íñigo San Millán and others revealed that lactate is actually an important energy source. Moderate intensity training increases lactate transporters, particularly MCT1. This MCT1 efficiently transports lactate between cells. Lactate produced in muscles is reused as energy in the heart, brain, and other muscles. Furthermore, mitochondria themselves enhance their ability to directly burn lactate. This is the core of metabolic flexibility. Many modern people, due to mitochondrial dysfunction, are in a state where they use too much glucose, even at low intensity, and lactate accumulates easily. Moderate intensity training improves this. It dramatically enhances the ability to reuse lactate not as waste, but as an energy source. This directly connects to the prevention of metabolic diseases like type 2 diabetes. So how do you practice moderate intensity training? International guidelines recommend 150 minutes or more of moderate intensity aerobic exercise per week. If you split this into 3 sessions per week, that's 50 minutes each. For 5 sessions per week, that's 30 minutes each. Beginners should start by alternating between brisk walking and light jogging, gradually increasing. Split sessions accumulate equally in effect. You can choose based on your schedule. How do you judge intensity? The most reliable method is the talk test. You can speak in sentences but feel slightly breathless. This is the guideline for moderate intensity. If you want to manage by heart rate, the commonly used formula of 220 minus age has large individual variation. There's an error margin of plus or minus 10 or more beats. A more accurate formula is 208 minus 0.7 times age, but individual variation still exists. If possible, use it alongside the talk test. For exercise types, the basics are sustainable aerobic exercises: jogging, cycling, swimming, brisk walking. If you have pain or chronic conditions, adjust your exercise selection and intensity settings and consult with healthcare providers when necessary. And what's important is that if you're aiming for longevity and health span, add strength training twice or more per week in addition to aerobic exercise. This is the basis of international guidelines. Muscle mass and strength decline easily with aging, directly connecting to fall risk and care dependency. Moderate intensity training is powerful alone, but becomes even more effective when combined with high intensity training. Moderate intensity and HIIT have a complementary relationship. Moderate intensity builds the foundation of endurance and optimizes lipid metabolism. Meanwhile, HIIT improves maximum oxygen uptake, VO2 max, and enhances high-intensity capabilities. By combining both, comprehensive cardiovascular adaptation is achieved. As one example, you could center your week on moderate intensity and add high intensity about once a week if you have capacity. For instance, moderate intensity for 50 minutes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and HIIT for 20 minutes on Saturday. However, this is just one example and needs adjustment based on fitness level, recovery, and medical history. What requires caution is high-intensity training done daily without regard for recovery. This carries the risk of causing chronic elevation of cortisol. Excessive training without sufficient recovery. Problems arise with overtraining syndrome. Signs like deteriorating sleep, mood, and performance tend to appear. Intensity needs to be designed in tandem with recovery. Base it on moderate intensity and incorporate high intensity appropriately. This balance is crucial for long-term health. Finally, let me show you the most compelling evidence. The common trait among people who live past 100 centenarians. There's the Blue Zones research, which investigated the world's longest living regions: Okinawa, Sardinia, Ikaria, Nicoya Peninsula, Loma Linda. What these regions' centenarians have in common isn't intense exercise habits. It's sustained low to moderate intensity physical activity. Walking, gardening, climbing stairs. These correspond to the low intensity range from Zone 1 to Zone 2. While the format differs from heart rate zone managed exercise, the similarity is that the core activities are those where you can hold a conversation. Moderate intensity exercise reduces inflammatory markers, CRP, C-reactive protein, and inflammatory cytokines like IL-6, INTERLEUKIN6 decrease. Chronic inflammation is a risk factor for heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and dementia. Moderate intensity exercise suppresses this. Insulin sensitivity also improves markedly. The cardiovascular system is optimized, associated with reduced all-cause mortality risk. Physical activity is associated with reduced all-cause mortality risk, and this causal inference is strengthened by the synthesis of intervention studies, mechanistic research, and observational studies. Slow and long, that's the secret to longevity. Science and the centenarians demonstrate this. Now, Let's organize today's key points. Here's today's summary. First, 150 minutes or more of moderate intensity aerobic exercise per week improves mitochondrial function. The PGC1 alpha transcription factor activates, and your cellular power plants enhance their function. Lactate clearance capacity is acquired, enabling you to reuse lactate as an energy source. Lipid oxidation capacity improves, and metabolic flexibility is acquired. Your body becomes able to freely switch between using fat and glucose. Second, combining moderate and high intensity is effective. Center your week on moderate intensity, and add high intensity about once a week if you have capacity. Moderate intensity builds the endurance foundation, and high intensity improves maximum oxygen uptake. Comprehensive cardiovascular adaptation is achieved. However, avoid excessive high intensity that ignores recovery. Design intensity in tandem with recovery. Third, for longevity and health span, add strength training twice or more per week. This is the basis of international guidelines. Muscle mass and strength decline easily with aging, directly connecting to fall and care dependency risks. The combination of aerobic exercise and strength training maximizes health span. How will you incorporate moderate intensity training into your life starting today? 3 50-minute jogs per week? Split it into 30 minutes 5 times a week? Share your strategy in the comments. Thanks for investing your time in this today. This channel explains the mechanisms of the human body and health optimization based on scientific evidence. With evidence, not emotion. With science, not trends. We illuminate your path to health. Subscribe to the channel and join me next time to learn the truth about your body. Hit the like button to help this information reach those who need it. See you next time.